Hello everybody, Fox here, gonna bring you another 1 versus 1. This is gonna be against Allsilentrain up here in the north position, playing as a Vermont player, and down here in the south position we have Luckystilet once again. I did cast a game with him in it about 2 games ago, so you should be familiar with him. If not, he's actually the top Vermont player right now, holds that #1 spot on the leaderboards. He's level 20 and then he's level 16 across the board, so he's a very high tier player, very good. And our Vermont player here, the Silent Rain, I actually don't know who he is. I was looking up his stats, and at first I was a little puzzled because he was level 8, and then I noticed his record was 21-2. So it's obviously a Smurf account. If you don't know what a Smurf account is, it's pretty much where you go make a new account and then you play under another name, and really you could be like a level 16, which this guy probably is, and you could just start smashing people all the way up to the leaderboards. It's usually to like get a nice record with a new profile or something, and that's kind of unfortunate for lower level players that have to deal with that, because you know the game isn't too much fun when you're just getting dominated and not playing your equal skill level. But it looks like he has found someone equal, or we will see, because Lucky here is a pretty damn good player. We're going to see what he started out with. We actually have 4 engineers that has started out. No barracks has gone up. Excuse me, there it is. Barracks has gone up, now building the rifle squad. Our Vermont player deciding to go a very standard play, 2 Pioneer start with 1 Volksgrenadier squad. And looks like he's going to get a 2nd Volksgrenadier squad, not getting the MG out just yet. I think that is probably the better choice now. I'm not sure. He probably doesn't know what his opponent has gone. He may have a hint with how much is being capped on the map, because you can see it on the edge here with these red lines. And because Volksgrenadiers are so much more mobile than an MG, he can start pushing away these engineers, and Volksgrenadiers can deal with engineers, of course, no problem, until they get flamethrowers or really low on health. So looks like 1 Pioneer squad unfortunately getting cornered by 2 engineer squads. Gonna push here on the left hand side, going pretty much untouched. Oh crap, I thought I put my Steam on offline. Just give me 1 second here. I'm gonna pause the game. View all friends. See, it is appeared offline. I'm not sure how he messaged me. This is 20 hours ago, but so it looks like it should be good to go. Back to the game. Looks like 2 Volksgrenadiers going to push over here on the right hand side, but there should be rifles out here somewhere, and here they are. They are flanking on the right hand side, but really there's nothing to flank, so I'm not sure what he's aiming to go for just yet. The 2 Volksgrenadiers, I think he's being a little too cautious with them right now, but he does notice 1 rifle squad is going around, and surprisingly he's going to pursue that with both units. In my opinion, I think it would have been better to send 1 Volksgrenadier squad over here to the south position to start capping that plus 16, or cut them off for a little bit, because it is only 1 rifle squad. You can use a Pioneer squad and a Volks, and they should be able to handle a rifle squad pretty well, but we'll see how it goes for him. And MG did just pop out for a Vermont player, and these rifles are not going to be here too long, but what he is doing, he is delaying Silent Rain for quite a while, or excuse me, yes, he is delaying Silent Rain quite a while, so these Volksgrenadiers are not capping at the time being. These rifles are just going to sit here, be really annoying, hide behind the building, delay as long as possible, while at the same time the American player is continuing to cap the entire map. He's even sending reinforcements here from his rifle squad, so he finally, oh no, he did not actually force retreat. That was an engineer squad that was forced retreat. And now since he's taken a lot of damage on 1 Volksgrenadier squad, and will unfortunately have to retreat, the other one in the building, but it is kind of isolated from the MG over here. But the rifle squad does manage to get suppressed by the MG. There is a flanking engineer squad though. Not sure he's going to win this fight. Still very close, unfortunately. Looks like he may lose the rifle squad. Oh man, he had it pretty well, but unfortunately lost the rifle squad over there. And he does, on the flip side, force an MG to retreat, but unfortunately does not kill it to make it even. So it looks like he will finally get the cutoff point for our Wehrmacht player, and really these are the only resources he has with the exception of these plus 10 munitions. Will he be able to get it though? The Volksranger squad is picking away at it, and I think he will be able to get the decap at least. Sniper did just pop out though, so does he want to retreat? It looks like he may lose it. Needs to retreat right now. The sniper's about to take another shot, and looks like it doesn't even need to, and unfortunately loses the flamethrower squad. Lucky is not very happy about that. Bugged, apparently he was trying to retreat it, but I guess it bugged out and was not able to. So unfortunately, quite a bit of bad luck there, especially when they have the flamethrower upgrade. So that does even it out a little bit for that doesn't, because Silent Rain did not lose any units. So he lost an engineer squad as well as a rifle squad. So Lucky, even though he has most of the map, hopefully he can delay Silent Rain just for a little bit while he regathers a few forces, starts rebuilding them just a little bit. And it doesn't look like he's not building anything at the time being. He is building a supply yard and has a tried center up, so he's going to go heavy infantry, I believe, so with that tried center being up and all that. So Wehrmacht player really can cap untouched. He just doesn't have a lot of capping power though. It's all come down to these two Pioneer squads, which are back here in the base, as well as the two Volksgrenadier squad, one very low on health, and the sniper. You possibly can cap. Need to be very careful with it though. It would be better to back cap, or he may just use it as a regular sniper to scout ahead or pick off any units that are trying to cap away at his points, because most of them are going to be engineers for the time being, since there is only two rifle squads on the field. So going to check the teching for both players here. Looks like not taking it, actually going double snipers here. So we'll see a lot of infantry, especially with Lucky actually not opting to get any more infantry. He's actually going to go for the mortar pool. So I don't know. I think Lucky may be able to catch Silent Rain here with his pants down for a little bit, because it doesn't look like he'll have a counter for that M8 armored car anytime soon. It looks like he is just now getting skirmish phase, and that will be a little while. So mortar pool, let's see how close that is to being done. Looks like it's almost done, and I believe we should see the mortar pool, or excuse me, the M8 armored car pop out once he has enough resources very soon. So yeah, we'll see how that turns out. Two Volkswagen squads here in the middle, going to lay some barbed wire down. He's actually laid it down here up in the north position. That makes it very hard for the American player to go around. Engineers do have barbed wire cutters though to cut these down when they get that chance. So it's not going to be too hard, but it is going to delay it just a little bit here. Now we have the two double snipers here moving in. Not going to do too much yet, just scouting out and about. Wehrmacht player though, he has managed to cap most of the map, or not most of the map, but a good portion of the map with going untouched. Engineers over here though have something to say about this munition point, and will he be able to manage to decap that before retreating? No, unfortunately retreats it just a little bit too early. Silent Rain obviously says damn with a smiley face. So unfortunately that does not go well for him. So it looks like we have more fighting going over here in the south. Actually, oh man, a huge mine going off, taking out the majority of that squad. 4 guys right there, and the rifle squad actually, if they wanted to, could get rid of this Volksgrenadier squad if Volksgrenadier squad run them over, but there are 2 snipers on the field. I don't think he knows about the second one just yet. Actually, one has a kill, another one has 4 kills, so he does know they are on the field. Now the M8 armored car is out, already getting armored skirts and the 50 cal upgrade right away. The Craig Barracks is up. I don't see anything building. I'm going to double check. An AT gun just now being built, so this is a small time window that the M8 armored car can do damage. It is going, where is it? It's right here. Going to go pick away at this Volksgrenadier squad, so he does force one squad to retreat. He knows where the M8 armored car is. AT gun about halfway done. However, it will take a little while to get on the field as it has no engine, you know. It's going to be pulled. M8 armored car, though, he's not doing too much with it. I don't think he can do too much. Ooh, very nice play. I like this by Silent Rain, placing a mine right here, because what M8 armored cars love to do is plop a nice juicy mine right here, and then once the unit pops out, just like the AT gun is about to pop out, it instantly dies. So to counter that, if the M8 armored car does try to do that later, runs over the mine, and then unfortunately the M8 armored car will pretty much be in trouble. It won't kill it, but it'll be stuck, and that'll allow any other units to pick off at it. So looks like he kind of lost his window for the M8 armored car to do anything, but if he did fight in this area, he probably would have taken a few shots from the AT gun. So I think the window was a little too small for him. And what is that? Sorry. Just my phone going off for a little bit here, and looks like our Wehrmacht player going to move out in the middle, feeling very safe. He's just waiting for that AT gun. AT gun is camoed, so the American player does not know where it's at yet, but he has a pretty good idea that there is something out here to counter it, and he is going to hug the side of the map. I like that. Playing it very, very safe with the M8 armored car, and that does allow him to use these buildings. Ooh, is that, whose mine is that? I think, yeah, that's the American's mine. He's actually placing it down now. But he's using the sides here, and he can use these buildings for cover when the AT gun does decide to fire, and it is getting in the position now. M8 armored car not moving just yet. I don't think he'll kill it, but he'll get a good enough damage onto it halfway already, and he's instantly going to back up. Good reaction time there, and the second shot really doesn't do anything. More fighting up here in the north position. Looks like just engineers versus pioneers fighting for some capping power. Ouch! Mine goes off, and looks like pioneers are victorious, even without firing a single shot. So M8 armored car back here gonna get repaired. Gonna check the teching once again. Looks like nothing's being built from our American player just yet. It does have a weapon support center up though. That is definitely new from our Wehrmacht player. I don't see any veterancy just yet. He's actually just now getting grenadiers, and he actually has a second AT gun on the field now. Probably a little worried about these M8 armored cars because our American player did go oh, you guys are gonna kill me for this, because he was capping this point here with his, I think it's a tank armor doctrine, so he's probably expecting a lot of vehicles very, very soon. So into response to that, he's going to get some more AT guns, some more anti-tank abilities here, and get his infantry a little bit later into the game. So looks like we got shots going off. Double sniper firing onto this building. This rifles aren't going to be here too long. We actually have a counter sniper, so let's see what will happen here. You got to be very, very careful because there are two snipers. Not too much going on just yet. Engineers trying to flank. They do catch one AT gun out here in the open, but really he's going straight for the snipers. What is he gonna? Oh, counters one. He does know it's on the field. The Wehrmacht Silent Rain now is gonna back off with that other sniper, and now both players are gonna back off with their snipers because no one wants to take a shot just yet, because no one wants to lose their sniper. Actually, Lucky though, being very, very cautious, backs up a little bit behind that building and then takes a shot, and actually goes on a full retreat. So the Wehrmacht player still managing to come out on top, but Lucky did manage to get a sniper kill out of that fight. So let's see if the Wehrmacht player is going to start capitalizing on this win, this little skirmish in the fight, and start capping. And yes, he is going to move his squads up. And he said, "I knew you will snipe when you stayed in the house." Putting Silent Rain. Oh, huge mine there. Unfortunately, Volksgrenadier squad, will he retreat it? Yes, he will, and the Grenadiers squad will take over and cap. So we have Blitzkrieg, the Blitz Doctrine for our, more sniping. Lots of sniping here. We actually have two snipers from Lucky now, and the table's kind of turned sniper-wise. Looks like the Wehrmacht player only has one sniper still on the field. So if he counters one, he can do that, but countering the second one will not be possible unless Lucky gets really greedy. So as I was saying, obviously the Wehrmacht player went the Blitz Doctrine, and that will allow him to get stormtroopers on the field, which can camo, can sneak around. He can also get the stub, which is very great against infantry, and then eventually the tank as well, which are pretty much the main points. There are also, what do you call it, grenades, stun grenades, which is just great against infantry. 50 munitions, grenades going off all over the place, and we'll see which route he decides to go. Our American player seems to be pretty well balanced army-wise. He's a little more heavy on infantry. Oh, double snipers instantly taking out that Grenadier squad, and leaves a little present there, or not a Grenadier squad, but an MG squad. So leaves a little present there for his MG. Now the AT gun's caught out in the middle. Squads are desperately trying to get out of the Wehrmacht player's base. Will lose that AT gun, and unfortunately he will take the AT gun as well for himself and book it out of there. And the engineer squad, I like that play. I think it's a little risky though, because you really want to deal with these squads here, but he does have the snipers here in the back, picking away at these squads, and I think looks like he will be fine. Just going to fall back with his rifle squad that did take that AT gun, so they're down to 3, not retreating it just yet to reinforce it, wants to keep it there as much as possible to defend it. So looks like our Vermont player is getting veterancy. He is going to decide to stay in tier 2 for a while. M8 armor car still continuing to cap. Looks like flaming. Oh, we do have stormtroopers out on the field. Oh, unfortunately hitting the mine. So now these guys can run over that stormtrooper squad. He knows about that, so he instantly retreats. Back here in the middle, though, Vermont player coming out on top, forcing the full retreat, but our American player does come out with the MG, and the 2 snipers here on the field are going to delay that Vermont push. Oh, we actually have a M3 half track, so that will allow reinforcement on the field when he decides to go ahead and do that. And that's probably why he kept the rifles on the field, because he wanted to reinforce them. Wanted to bring this half track over there and reinforce them on the field, but unfortunately the Vermont player pushed a little too early for him, so he just decided to retreat. No biggie just yet. It looks like VPs are 478 to 369, so still a pretty even game. Lucky so far doesn't look like he's building anything at the time being. Still's got his double snipers, has veterancy on both. 9 kills for one, 6 for the other. In the meantime, our Vermont player though has the STA now out on the field, and that is going to be pretty annoying for the American player. As what does he have to counter it? Whoops, accidentally switched to the wrong person here. You can see the STA is moving out to the middle of the field. He does have the AT gun that he stole earlier, and I believe this is the one here. Did he really bring it all the way back to his base? And yes, he did. That is the Vermont AT gun, so we'll see how that haunts our Vermont player at all, or if he'll be able to take it out later here in the game. STA already doing quite a bit of damage. He knows it's on the field, so what do you have to counter this, Lucky? What do you have to counter this? Almost killing the rifle squad, forces the retreat, retreats it just a little bit too early, and he will not be able to ooh man, we actually have the half track here upgraded to the AA gun, which is pretty much just a glorified anti-infantry gun here. Oh man, the AT gun though, will it take it out over here on the right hand side? No, it does not, but it looks like it's taking shots from, I believe it was a sniper that was trying to take it out, but the STA was here to guard it, and the AT gun quickly goes back into camo. AT gun though moving up for the American player though, so to counter that STA, and that will, ooh, first shot goes, bounces off the STA's frontal armor though, so the STA is going to back off safely away, only losing just a little bit of its health, and it should be good to go. Down here slowly pushing, both players slowly tickling at each other's armies with their AT guns and snipers. Not too much going on. Stormtrooper squad though sneaking up. Oh man, the AT gun though just happens to back up as if he knew the Stormtrooper squad was there, but he doesn't. Just a coincidence. However, it's continuing to move in, and I don't think he should move in anymore. There's 2 snipers here, an MG and a rifle. This is just a death trap if he decides to go in. He's actually, scouting, positioning for the STA here, and he actually decides to throw a grenade and just back out. However, almost losing the Stormtrooper squad in the meantime. Gonna reman the AT gun right away because he knows that STA is so dangerous, and rifle squad will have to get out of here because of that. So double snipers and an MG. Looks like he will hold. Very nice play and killing the STA. Unfortunately, Silent Rain not too happy about that. It looked pretty even, but in about 5 seconds everything went to hell. He took out the AT gun, but the the American player remanned it, took out the STA before it could move in, and then he had the MG and double snipers in the back to take care of the infantry that was supposed to overrun his army, but unfortunately that did not go well for Silent Rain. Woo! Half track getting repaired. Looks like reinforcing on the field for these rifles, so definitely paying for itself. Has about 2 kills. Has prevented some capping up here in a north position, and looks like our American player is doing a very, very good push by Lucky. So far, Silent Rain hasn't managed to find a good form of attack just yet. I think these snipers are really bugging him. 11 and 8 kills, one actually having double veterancy, especially with these mines out here. 2 are hurting him. Lots of mines by Lucky. A very nice play, especially when you have that many munitions. Over here in the north position, looks like an AT gun was just scaring off an M8 armored car that was just continuing to cap, and actually Lucky is up to 800 manpower. Still hasn't really spent his CPs just yet, and I'm not sure what he's gonna spend it on. Really, I think he's just so comfortable right now. He isn't pushing himself so hard into this game just yet, so we'll see what he decides to do with all of those resources. I'm gonna go ahead and check Silent Rain's resources. He is spending his because he is behind, so he's desperately trying to do what he can to come out ahead. He still has a lot, and actually something blew up. The AT gun was shooting something. I'm not sure what it was exactly. So it looks like we got a bunch of camo guys moving up here in the middle, including the AT gun. Double snipers going off. So both have double snipers. We got snipers from the American player right here in the middle. And oh, counter snipes one, almost counter snipes the second one. So now the Vermont player is ahead in the sniper fight. So if he does decide to counter a sniper, the Vermont player should be able to pick off his and still be on top. We'll see how that goes. American player backing off, staying safe, staying next to his half track because he can reinforce from that, and that's going to help a lot. You can see he's trying to focus fire, and oh, the AT gun back in the back here. One more shot may take it out, maybe two. Yep, one more took out the half track instantly. Unfortunately, the half track was not used too much in this game, and that will force the rifles back out of this position here. It looks like only thing left here are the sniper. Is the lonely sniper here with 10 kills. Unfortunately for Lucky, it is a double vet sniper that he did not lose. So we actually, ooh, there's a mine right here. So close. These snipers are so close to stepping on these mines. Oh man. Stormtrooper squad steps on it and damages the sniper just a little bit. And will he land on the other mine? No, he will not, but more sniping going off. Yes, he will, actually hitting it with the stuff. So pushing it up does come out a price, and it may turn the tide for Lucky in this next fight. We'll see how it goes. Two snipers though still on the field. Could use the med pack on one, and then this can be repaired. Do we see any pioneers on the field though? But only one, and it's actually being reinforced into the base. Very low on health, so that stuff will have a damaged engine for quite a while. In the meantime, MA armored cars continuing the cap on the left hand side. I like this play. It was very annoying. It's not something you can just send like Volksgrenadier squad or a Pioneer squad with a flamethrower to take care of it. You have to send someone with Shrek, someone that's upgraded that you've invested in that could be used in the main fight, or a slow AT gun, which is very expensive, that you could also use in the main fight. So very annoying. He just goes over there, tries to decap something, comes back, gets repaired, goes over there again, while this AT gun is now out of position, and it takes a while to move up here and start firing at the MA armored car, which is just going to run away. So now it's back here in the middle. We'll see what the MA car decides to do, and yes, he is repairing it with double engineers. Let's check the teching for both players. We actually have, oh, there we go. We got a tank depot. We have a Sherman Crocodile. Oh, something happened. Or what is Silent Rain sad about? I'm not entirely sure. Looks over here on the right hand side. I think he's just continuing to hit mine after mine, and it's starting to get on his nerves. You can see the Volksgrenadier squad's damage is forced to retreat. He still has double snipers, so he didn't lose any snipers just yet. And the MA armored car, once again, fully repaired. Hasn't moved just yet. Probably start moving over on the left hand side very, very soon. Pioneers, though, he is building more Pioneers to repair that stuff. So let's see what he can counter this Crocodile with. He's actually hiding all his tanks just because he has so much. Gonna switch back to Lucky real quick, and he's actually built what? I think that's a Hellcat. Oh my God, you guys are gonna nail me for this, because I never play Americans, and I don't like OF units, or no, Tales of Valor units too much. I only like one, and it's the Tank Hunter. Yes, it was a Hellcat. So that's right. So he's got 3 tanks, a Hellcat, very good. It can camo, doesn't have the strongest armor. It can camo itself though, so we'll see what he's gonna do with all of these. This is gonna be a very nasty push. Alright, so what do we have? We got 2 AT gun. We got 1 AT gun, double snipers. Alright, that won't do anything. We got 2 Shrek squads. And so really these if he can pick away at force these 2 Shrek squads to retreat, he's got it. He's only moving with infantry at the time being, and the MA armored car, and I think that's what he's, oh man, instantly loses the MA armored car. So he knows there's at least one AT gun on the field. Still knows the Shrek squads are on the field, and unfortunately he does not force any of them to retreat just yet. However, the Sta is out in the open, but that shouldn't be his target priority. His priority should be the Shrek squads over here. One on the right, one on the left-hand side. Sta trying to get out of here, but is getting sandwiched by both Shermans here, and has a damage. Sandwich, and then the M8 Hellcat over here in the north. So bum rushed by all these tanks, instantly taking out the AT, not instantly, but about to take out the AT gun. Does take out the AT gun, takes out the Sta. Nasty, very strong push here, and where did the Hellcat go? All the way into his opponent's base. However, these two Shrek squads are going to try to focus fire that down as quick as possible. Hellcat trying to just force all these units to move so these Shrek squads can't shoot, and he's just dancing. These tanks are not moving though. Looks like he's just trying to take out the AT gun and repair it in the meantime, and whoa, takes out the Hellcat. So it does come out on top. However, I think I hear artillery. No. Sorry, I live on a base and a jet just flew by. I thought it was artillery in game, so no artillery. I thought that was a little weird because that would be the wrong doctrine. So he is building more AT guns. He built another AT gun here. So that is going to be his only AT gun on the field. So it's back down to these two squads and the AT gun to counter these tanks. Because he lost one over in the middle, you can see he's taking this one over here. Snipers going away at these engineers. Do what you can. He actually has a repair station over here in the north position, a bunker I did not see earlier. But that's not going to do too much. The only thing that will help is repair this AT gun. But usually you lose this unit. Oh man, almost instantly losing that crocodile, unfortunately. And takes out I think he took out a Volkswagen squad though in return. However, he does not get the Shrek squad, unfortunately. Now he may lose a second tank and probably will. I think I got a little too greedy with those, pushing a little too far with them, and they died just so fast. Now though, that is definitely what our Wehrmacht player needed, and this will allow Silent Rain a possible chance into getting back into this game. So right now, from our American player, he only has 2 AT guns. What? Won't counter any infantry, obviously. He has a crocodile, which will help, but he just lost 2 tanks to the Shrek squads and AT gun. So the Wehrmacht player has a decent amount of anti-tank, and this crocodile needs to be very, very careful. Infantry-wise, the American player has a rifle. I believe he has an MG somewhere. Yes, over here on the left-hand side, actually, trying to prevent some capping. Unfortunately, the M8 armored car isn't there to prevent that Pioneer squad from capping. So now you can see in return, the Wehrmacht player is now going to do that. So looks like the sniper was taking pot shots at this. No, it was not. Still up to 4 guys. And so I think we're going to see a slow on both sides because it has evened out. Both armies are took bad hits on both sides, really. And I don't think the American player will come out on top, especially when they're using these, actually not using the sandbags, but they were in cover first, they got veterancy, and they should be able to handle the engineer squad. But oh no, actually lots of units coming in here. So he will force a small victory for Lucky to force all of them to retreat. Remember, VPs are 276 to 415. They are favoring our Wehrmacht player. And you can see he just went straight for the VP here in the middle, so nothing is capping it just yet. Looks like double snipers here taking care of business, forcing that rifle squad to instantly retreat. Because that was pretty much a lost fight. So he may force these to retreat as well, just because snipers are on the field and they're inevitable to come. And yes, he does force both of these engineers squads to retreat. So it looks like we have the crocodile in the Wehrmacht's base. Not actually going to do much, unfortunately. He will not catch any units out in the field. Oh no, the Tiger tank is out for Silent Rain, and this is going to be huge. Remember, look at the manpower for the American player though. He can get a Calliope, and he can use Allied War Machine or Field Repair, so he probably will be able to save that crocodile. At least, maybe part of the reason why he did go into his opponent's base, maybe not, but it looks like he will manage to get out of there, and unfortunately did not catch any units that were being reinforced. Oh, Tiger tank just goes right through the hedgerow and says hello, and it looks like he may kill it. Are we going to see these pop? Are we going to see Allied War Machine pop to save this? And yes, it will. Will the Tiger tank, though, focus fire something else? Because the main gun's destroyed. This is no longer a threat. Oh, man. It looks like he tried to do it, but unfortunately, AT gun here trying to get a promotion or something, kills the crocodile, unfortunately. So he will get a brand new one down here in the south position. As you can see, it is all fine and dandy over there. So looks like Looks like we still... Ooh, we have the Calliope actually went off. That's what I heard, but it didn't look like it did too much. Did probably just damage a few buildings here as well as the bunker, but did not kill any units at all because they are all over here. Both snipers, wow, 27 kills for one, 7 for the other, and the Volksgrenadier squad has 11. So looks like the forces are just massing up for both players over here in the middle. Gonna switch to Silent Rain so you can see that on the TAC map, snipers just picking away at each other as normal. Yeah, let's see, the forces for him, he's got an AT gun and a Tiger tank. For our American player, he has an AT gun and a Calliope. And hopefully that Calliope gets off cooldown soon because I think that can win him the fight. Unfortunately, I think he kind of used it a little too early, firing into the fog of war. And it would be so beneficial right now because I think that would just win him this skirmish, and that would be what he would need to take a good foothold in the middle. So far, not so much trying. Looks like both being very, very careful with their snipers. I know I focus so much on the snipers. I just love how important they are, though. They're so key, so expensive, and they're just kind of playing with each other right now. Looks like no one's dedicating any tanks. It looks like the Tiger tank now going to move in, taking shots though. Oh no, hits a mine damage engine, and it looks like he decided to back off, taking AT shots from both angles. Definitely going to back off. Wise choice there. And knocks it down to about half health. Pioneers there on the spot. Now the Calliope though, here's what I was talking about. Forces won the retreat. Will kill the AT gun. Will it kill it? Yes, it will kill the AT gun. Now the Tiger tank is butt naked. However, there are 2 snipers on the field, so unfortunately it doesn't catch that. Pretty much doesn't catch any of the camo units, of course. So the Stormtrooper squad, will he try to focus on this MG? MG is facing that way, so he can just go around, take it out, as the engineers are moving up here in the north position to cap that. Actually will be forced to retreat or be taken out. Oh, instantly gets taken out, and now takes out the MG, does a little bit of damage to the sniper, does force retreat. Now unfortunately it does have triple vet, and Silent Rain saying 3 snipers, because if you saw, I did see it, he took out the engineer squad with 3 sniper shots, and they seemed very, very quick to me, and I was thinking, does he have 3 snipers as well? But he said sniper bug, and I'm not aware of that bug, and I guess maybe it allowed a double shot, a quick double shot, I'm not sure. So unfortunately, Lucky losing an engineer squad to another bug of Company of Heroes, so that kind of sucks, but oh well. Up here in the north position, Crocodile just going to chase win Pioneer squad. Looks like the Vermont player Silent Rain still very, very comfortable. Gonna bring back his units. Squads are fully reinforced. Didn't have to retreat his snipers, which did hold a good amount of the line. Tiger tank benefiting from this bunker up here in the north. Our American player looks like he does have another Sherman on the field, as well as should be that Crocodile somewhere here. And looks like got a little bit of fighting over here between the snipers once again. You can see he takes a shot, runs away, and he has triple vest, so can just walk like a normal person just in camo. And there goes a good Calliope shot, forcing all of the Vermont players' squads back. And you can see now it's definitely a battle for this middle VP, 224 to 406. It is favoring the Vermont player right now, so really you just need to cap that middle VP and hang on for the time being. Don't get too greedy if you want to play it safe. And a lot of replies here by his friend, so this is a very, very even fight. Very nice matchup. I wish I knew who the Vermont player was. Silent Rain. I'll try to find that out later, and if I do, I'll put it in the description, but so far I don't. Calliope shot going off once again, catching the Tiger tank, but it doesn't do too much damage. Really the importance here is this repair bunker gets knocked down to about 1/4. Actually, I think he catches the one sniper just a little bit. Doesn't do too much. 31 kills for it, and 13 for the other. It's a little skirmish up here in the left hand, not too much. Let's check the attack map just to see. Map is pretty even, and slow push by our American player, and that really puts some indirect pressure to the Vermont player because of these Calliopes. He's got to be on his toes a little bit more because he's got to constantly move his units, and if he continues to get picked away get picked away by these Calopies that will slowly wither down his army. And then in a big fight, he will lose because of these Calopies just weaken his army so much. So Calopy shot going off once again, and I think his main focus here may be trying to take out that bunker, but it was getting repaired, so a good portion of it was repaired. Would have been destroyed if he didn't repair it, so good on Silent Rain repairing that instantly before that second shot went off. So Stormtroopers though sneaking in over here, gonna try to focus fire the one Calopy, but an MG is here. He's more than enough prepared for it, and he should get out of here. Gonna try to take out the MG, and almost taking it out. Down to one guy, but looks like it'll just retreat that and reinforce that. Very, very close though. Sniper could move in and take it out if he really, really wants to, but it looks like the snipers are over here in the top right. So no, we will not be seeing that. In response to the American player making a push over here, sort of in the middle, on the left hand side, it looks like he will decap the plus 16 and plus 10. Fuel looks like over here in the fight though, Tiger Tank manages to take, someone took out the MG, and Tiger Tank, nice positioning, using this hedgerow as a blockage. AT gun was facing the wrong way, and now snipers can take out these, this AT gun. It looks like he did counter a sniper. I did hear it. Over here is a sniper. We see my mouse cursor while I focus on this tank fight. There's two AT guns focus firing that, but so oh man, he's got to get a grenade on the AT guns to save that Tiger Tank. So at least increase his chances of living. In response, the Tiger Tank is just going to bomb rush through both AT guns. The safest spot, very nice play actually, safest spot is behind this hedgerow in your opponent's base where that Calopy is, and he will take out the AT gun, or excuse me, Calopy, or Calopy, like some of you say. And the Tiger Tank though, it looks like it may go down. As you just saw, the American player does have stickies. Damage engine on the Tiger Tank is just going to chase it down, throw a sticky on it, and kill it. Is pretty much done for, unless somehow magically get some units over here. This is perfectly unguarded, so these guys can move in here, perhaps throw a few grenades. I know they should have those stun grenades, and it looks like he's not doing. Oh, destroyed engine now is definitely stuck in the American player's base and takes it out. I'm not sure what took it out. I know that wasn't sticky. Perhaps a small damage a small arms fire did, but that was huge. And he lost the Tiger Tank, but he, in response, he did take out the Calopy. He gained a lot of ground. You can see he's capping the third VP now. He's also took out the MG, took out AT guns. Just totally blew away the American player's position here. Did he lose his second Calopy actually? Did he lose both? And I think he did. Wow, I did not realize that, but he lost both, unfortunately. He did rebuild another AT gun, and the only thing he has over here is this harassing Crocodile Sherman, which is preventing some ninja capping, but two Stormtrooper squads with double Shreks, so this is more like quadruple Shreks. He's definitely going to die here. You can see they're trying to fire, trying to back out of here as soon as possible. I don't see any reinforcements. Needs to reposition that MG though, so when it does get out of there, he can suppress those squads, and it looks like he's not repositioning the MG just yet. He should. He really needs to. He's not though. None of the units are actually responding. This would be a huge help, this group of units, and he may lose the Sherman because of that. And he just now is responding. Unfortunately, the MG has not moved. Still hasn't moved. And actually almost losing a mortar pool, and he now moves the MG. But now the snipers are on it, I believe, somewhere over here. Yes, here it is over here. So he will take out the MG. And really, this is no problem for the Stormtrooper squad, but he still decides to retreat the plate. Say, oh man, that was nasty. A huge hit there on the American player, almost losing a squad. So, lucky, excuse me, lucky, not so lucky. Back into his base, our American player, only a good handful of infantry units. Still has a Crocodile, but losing those two Calopys was a huge blunder, as well as a few AT guns. So if our Vermont player gets another Tiger Tank, I think that'll be, and speak of the devil, here's a Tiger Tank, will be a huge pain in the butt, which it will be here in a few seconds. So the American player though, I think he's going to try to go for a Pershing very soon. It does cost quite a bit of manpower, so perhaps he's saving up for that, and I don't think the Pershing is going to work, to be honest, because there's so many Shreks on the field, AT guns and a Tiger Tank. I think your best option will just go heavy infantry. You can easily, if you go some sort of anti-infantry, you could easily deal with those Shrek squads, take them out of the equation, and then just kind of soft counter the Tiger tank. It's very slow, but it's only one tank, so all you need to do is use an AT gun and a few stickies and you can deal with it. You can see just this one MG is taking care of this one Shrek squad here, and that does allow your bars to start, or excuse me, rifles to start dealing with the infantry. It is triple vet, but get some bars out, get some flamethrower engineers, and you'll probably have a better chance, in my opinion, because that does negate all this here as well as AT gun. So VPs are 209, 337 though. The pressure is on Lucky, and man, just doing tons of damage right now with that Tiger tank. The Tiger tank getting some very nice shots. Has about 6 kills now, and the MG is almost dead. So the Crocodile is getting repaired on the move actually, and now he's going to start. He knows it's getting very desperate and not even finishing the repair. Going to send it up here in the north to start preventing this Volksgrenadier squad from ninja capping anymore. Man, I'm not sure what Lucky can do, man. I think he's in some big trouble. However, there is still a chance. I'm not saying he's down and out yet, but man, it's getting tight. He's lost a lot. Now, even speaking of losing an MG, forces another. He's being forced to retreat within his base, and he may even lose this mortar pool very soon. So he did save up for a Calliope, and he will he fire it just like right here? No, he's actually going to fire on the Tiger tank, almost getting a sniper, but the sniper does manage to get out of there, not even getting any health knocked out. And that was kind of a wasted shot, unfortunately. The Tiger tank now is harassing once more. Oh man, that's a huge shot on both those rifles. Does remand the MG, actually remands the MG, so that's where most of the units were lost from, and even getting another sniper for him. Has a medic bunker, has everything up here. Has a lot of veterancy, even getting veterancy for his tanks as well. Since he has got triple, why not? You even has double veterancy for his support units. You can see on his sniper here that has 22 kills. But he has not managed to kill Lucky just yet. Lucky has still a good enough units to hold the line, and he has about half the map still, even when he's being pushed back into his base. So VP's 179 though, still ticking in Vermont players' favor. Ooh, an AT gonna get caught out a little bit out here in the middle. Tiger tank though should be able to save it, and yes, the rifles are gonna back off. However, there is a sniper. Thought it was gonna go for the AT gun, but it will not. Stormtrooper squads. I'm gonna check the TAC map here so I can get an idea of what is going on again. Just because there's just so much like tickling with these snipers. I know I said that earlier. Just tickling, you know, just taking a shot here, taking a shot there. AT gun shoots the tank, backs off a little bit, but looks like Vermont player is all healthy and good to go. All his units are reinforced, all his units have full health, double snipers in the middle, Tiger tank good to go, Sta as well even in the mix. That will handle quite a bit of infantry fight, and here comes a push from our Vermont player. 2 squads, 1 squad up here in the north, double snipers up here in the middle, Stormtrooper squads camoed moving in down here in the south position. Crocodile getting not focused down by the Tiger. Oh no, catches 2 snipers. You never want to put your snipers that close to a Tiger tank. Doesn't look like he will lose his snipers though. They too take a decent amount of damage. And looks like a Grenadier squad desperately trying to get the shot off on that Crocodile. The Tiger tank though will take it out. So he does take out the Crocodile. Looks like there is enough firepower from the American player to hold the Vermont player's push. However, he did lose the Crocodile. He did not come on top, even though forcing his opponent back. Really, the Calliope doesn't even have any kills yet, and I think that shot could have been a lot better. I think it would have been better used on your opponent's AT guns or infantry. Those are just more guaranteed kills, especially when you're down this low. So Lucky though, still managing to push Silent Rain out just a little bit more. Ooh, he managed to knock down a Tiger tank about halfway health. There are no Pioneers on the field. There's actually all the way down here. You can see starting to bring that up here in the middle so you can get that repaired. There's actually one right here as well, repairing the stud. The stud didn't do too much, has about 3 kills. Calliope though should be off his cooldown now, so we'll see if this next shot can bring Lucky back into this game. He's even managed to decap this one next to Lucky's base as well, but he is capping that now. So here we go, double snipers, probably gonna go to town on that. Will they not? Probably just let the stuff, or I guess not. Oh no, is he gonna lose it? One more shot, we'll take out the rifle squad. Here it comes. No, manages to get out of range of the Sta and sniper's view, and so far so good. Calliope shot, let's see what he can do with it. Fires here in the middle, almost catching those snipers, and no, pops it out of camo, gets that speed bonus and walks out of that field of fire and then pops him back in the camo. Nice micro by Asian, playing it very, very safe. So Stormtrooper squads though, sneaking around, may go for this Calliope, probably going to go for the Calliope. That's what I would go for, and it looks like Tiger, it looks like he's just trying to distract his opponent a little bit, and in return actually almost taking out the MG as well as a sniper. So Stormtrooper squads though, moving in. Oh, the Calliope's even backing up towards them, and here come all the shots, already down to halfway health. MG bunker does take a little bit of fire. You can see they're just barely into the shot. He is using Allied War Machine, so once he does take that out, they will be replenished. So that's probably the better choice. Knock it down to a good amount. Knock it down to pretty low health, and then come back and kill it. Oh, the Pershing though is out on the field, but I don't think this will be enough. I really don't think it will be enough. He did lose an AT gun up here in a null position. Has double studs. Studs, as I said earlier, are not the greatest against tanks, so really it's up to this Tiger tank. Tiger versus Pershing matchup, a classic, and I'm pretty sure the Tiger should come out on top. It's gonna be close, though. Very good hits on both. And even the Sta, you might as well bring in the Sta because they can do a little bit of damage to it as well. What was that? That's probably the worst shot I've ever seen by a Sta. And I don't see anything this yet. No, misses again. Calliope though is back, and let's see what it can do. Tiger tank is pretty decently low in health, and it looks like it will force him back, even getting a few decent shots on the Sta, but definitely not enough. So looks like the Shrek squads though are back on the field, and now this Pershing versus Tiger fight is going to end and will favor the Tiger. Is more than happy to take on this Pershing with all his friends back here now. And yeah, Pershing needs to get out of here. Will he? No shots fired yet from the Calliope, and main gun destroyed. Well, now it's repaired, and now it's out of control. Damage engine though on the Tiger, so he doesn't manage to get that much down on Tiger. He's gonna throw a sticky, trying to throw a sticky though. So many of his units are getting tore up. Every time they try to throw a sticky, they die, and he will have to retreat. Unfortunately, this is a very, very powerful force coming in, and Lucky knows it. He GG's, and VPs are 337 to 84. Very nice play by both players, and I hope you guys enjoy that, and I'll see you guys in the next game.